Innovation connects all kinds of strange things together. Play and water, what do you get? You get children who play on a piece of equipment in the playground, and as they do, it pumps water up to a channel above. Gas and rubber, a technology which in seconds converts this into black carbon, pure steel, and gas which is so clean you can cook on it inside your home. Here's another one, Nanotech. Nanotech robots. This is in fact a virus. Well, it's not a real picture of a virus, but a virus does the same thing. A virus, a small nanotech engine designed to hijack a human cell and turn it into a factory to cure you inside your own body. Amazing stuff. Power and food. British Sugar is a fascinating company. These innovations are the kind of things you're going to see hundreds of thousands of times over, and Estonia, I hope, will be full of them. British Sugar makes sugar. They also use power. They decide to become a power station. They buy a gas generator. So they buy gas, they convert it into electricity. At the same time, it produces heat. So they use the heat to cook sugar. At the same time, they get a lot of gas waste. Carbon dioxide comes out of this huge jet engine at hundreds of miles per hour. So they connect the gas with a huge tube, and they lay this huge tube for 2.5 kilometers, and at the end of the tube is Europe's largest greenhouse. In the greenhouse grow tomatoes. Every year, that greenhouse grows 35 million tomatoes. As soon as they connected their gas turbine, the greenhouse started to fill with carbon dioxide and water, warm carbon dioxide. And that greenhouse now grows not 35 million tomatoes, but 70 million tomatoes. In fact, it is possible that some of the tomatoes we ate at lunch were grown from carbon, which came from an electricity generator inside a gas turbine, which is part of a factory to make sugar. These are the kinds of innovations we are seeing all over, and I think they're very exciting. It saves money, saves power, it reduces carbon use, it feeds the world, it preserves water, it improves the corporate image, it attracts people to work for them, it makes people want to buy their sugar, it makes the shareholders very proud. This is good stuff. We have the technology now to move power from a desert to a city 10,000 kilometers away, using Siemens technology to transmit over very long distances using direct current. So that means we can power Tallinn from the Sahara Desert. Isn't that amazing? I'm telling you history, you tell me the future. Recycling is a massive opportunity in this region. We are moving waste from one country to another. You could be recycling Poland's waste or Russia's waste. I'm talking about highly complex recycling of precious metals and other things. Recycling uses 70% less energy, 40% less water, 85% less air pollution, 75% less water pollution. Here's another example. Most green technologies pay back quickly. Now, I was at speaking at the European Wind Energy Association conference just 2 weeks ago. There were 10,000 wind turbine specialists there, okay? Wind used to need a massive government subsidy, but they are getting closer to a point of pure profit. Why? Because oil prices are rising, and the cost of the technology is falling. A few days later, I went to a place where solar cell experts were present, and I was speaking at their conference. And this is even more shocking. The latest solar cell panels from China are so cheap that even without a single euro of subsidy, they are starting to pay back, they think, over 15 or 16 years. Isn't that amazing? And we're just in the first hour of the first day. I tell you, if that's so now, in 5 or 10 years' time, if oil prices continue to stay high, then we will find a situation where it would be crazy. You will see every building with solar cells on because it will save money. Costs nothing. Here's an example of a 4-year payback. Street lamps. Street lamps in Estonia are taking 5% of all of your energy at the moment. If you change them, it reduces to 3% or even 2%. And even more, it costs nothing to do it. Companies are going along and they're saying, I'll tell you what, we've done a survey on your village. We know that if you sign this piece of paper, we will come in, do the engineering. We will buy all the equipment. We will install all the street lamps and all the controls you need. There is no cost to you. And you say, what? You say, Eugen, give me a copy of your electricity bill for the last year or 18 months. And you say, well, it's 1 million euros a year. Say, okay, you pay us 1 million euros a year for 4 years, and we'll pay your electricity bill. We will save so much money that we make a profit. And after the 4th year, you have all the savings yourself. I've seen companies do that for air conditioning systems in hotels that are older than this. They come in and they say, just let me look at your systems. I say, why? Because I will change them for free. I say, what? Just show me your gas, fuel, electricity bills for the last 4 years. I guarantee you will not pay any more than that unless the energy price changes. We will fix them at that. We will come in, consult, change your entire air conditioning and heating systems, and we will pay your fuel bills for the following 4 years at the same rate that you pay us, except we make a big profit. It pays us all our costs. After that, it's yours for free for the following 15 years. Who wouldn't do it? You say, well, why aren't these things happening all over Estonia? I don't know why. Why aren't they happening all across the European Union? Because so few people understand these things.